Today is a remarkable day. Today is the anniversary date of probably the most genius Ukrainian patriot, nationalist, author, poet, freedom fighter of Ukrainian history. His name is Taras Shevchenko. His works are known worldwide. They have been translated into 20 different languages. His spirit today, just like his birthday, has been reborn into the national spirit of all of Ukraine. Ukrainians, whether they are wives, husbands, grandmothers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers and grandmothers, children, they are all working towards the goal of freeing ourselves. We are Christians, God-fearing, God-loving, and we love thy neighbor as thyself.
All of us have watched the news. All of us have seen what's going on. Today someone commented to me, "Mayor, what terrible weather. Could we not have done it on a better day?" I would say this is the most appropriate weather. See, it was only a couple days ago that we had 70 degrees and things were fine. And it is in a bit or a moment that things can change. That, I imagine, is the sentiment felt by so many families in Ukraine. So many families that felt the security, the stability of liberty and freedom. They were able to play with their children outside. They were able to attend school and run businesses and reach out and communicate to family members around the world. And in an instant, things became bleak and cold. It was 1917 when Ukraine, modern Ukraine, declared independence and fought against what became the Soviet Union, the USSR. They fought courageously into 1922. They often had to fight as they declared independence, constantly reminding the world that they would stand firm and against Russia. Today, as we look at the images, these vivid and most impactful images on the news, as we hear that millions and millions of individuals are being deprived from peace, so many who do not even have access to water or food or resources, or the Red Cross cannot reach them, reminiscent of the Holodomor when Russia would deny food to almost 4 million individuals in the 1930s, only to make them pay retribution for tens of thousands of farmers who stood up and fought against an evil empire wishing to deny people freedom. We have often heard this, that if we do not learn history, we are doomed to repeat it. I stand here alongside remarkable leaders, our Sheriff Richard Burnick, police officers, fire, our Chief of Police, and so many others, who have answered the call, the most sacred call to protect and serve. And I consider how many overseas want to see that call answered by nations around the world to protect those who are vulnerable. When I consider mothers who are losing their children, spouses losing their significant others, our hearts break collectively. But it must be more than demonstrations. It must be more than words. As I see this student going around asking for donations, so these donations may somehow become the help that so many are needing right now, I'm reminded that every little part makes a difference. We will pray for all involved, for we know that every mother that loses a child weeps, their heart is broken, and the tears of a mother flow far and have no borders. There is no flag that can be raised to describe the hurt of family members who lose those that they love. Many of us have read recently of children sending messages to their parents going, "Mama, I don't want to be here. I don't want to die for a war that I didn't choose to be a part of." So why do we gather here in Passaic? Is it because it's on the news? No. It is because our city has a long and deep history with the Ukrainian community. From our park to our Ukrainian center, to our churches, to religious leaders, to families who work so hard and invested so much to make this city what it is. So as mayor, I stand with you. I stand with you to say that we will not just hurt alongside you. We will not just pray with you, and we believe in the power of prayer and that it can change things as we all hope for peace. But we will act with you. We will give with you. We will make phone calls with you. We will pressure our representatives with you from the state level to the federal level until we see peace, until we see every single form of government here in our nation and abroad understand that liberty and that freedom, if it is to be preserved, if it is to be held sacred, then it must be protected for all around the world. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
The Passaic County Sheriff's Office, my brothers and sisters in the Passaic Police Department, we stand behind you. We've been with you from day one, and we will be with you forever. You're all in my prayers. God bless you. God bless the Ukraine. God bless America. And Slava Ukraina. Thank you.
To be or not to be? We know this question well. 14 days ago, this question could still be raised about Ukraine, but not now. Obviously, to be. Obviously, to be free. Ukraine will not give up and will not lose. Ukraine will fight in the seas. Ukraine will fight in the air. Ukraine will defend her land, whatever the cost may be. Ukraine will fight in the woods, in the fields, on the beaches, in the cities, in the villages, on the streets. So will fight in the hill. She will fight on the hills. Ukraine will never surrender. I thank you, and Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!